it's not a problem for the rest of the guys, just for me. But well, we're back and we'll see how the race is going. I think we just might have lost 2 or 3 laps at the most. And it's Black Battle who has DNF as well. Well, coming back in the lobby itself, sadly Black Battle won't be able to finish this race on, well, this season 7th on the standings. But well, it's been a hard moment for some racers due to own mistakes. Now let's keep following the race itself. It is Thales leads now 1 second ahead of Joseph. Finally he's broken that DRS range. Thales leads 1 second ahead of Joseph. 15 behind, and what's happened to Slippery Cucumber, who has fallen as well? 3 he's fallen behind Bialo. What happened to Slippery Cucumber here? But okay, he is now behind Bialo. And well, it's a comfortable race for Thales and Joseph Vesely. They are really comfortable race for these two. No, for Thales and Joseph Vesely. Bialo will possibly be attacked by Slippery Cucumber soon. I guess he's spawned or something. Thales leads 1.4 ahead of Joseph, and it's gonna be a dominant win for Thales, I think. Continuing the race, it is now Thales who is leading 1.9 seconds ahead of Joseph Vesely. Bialo is in 3rd place of the race, 17.4 seconds behind Joseph Vesely, and well, 2 ahead keep pulling away. So seems like in the battle for 4th nothing is gonna change, at least at the moment. We will have a little battle here between Nick FIFA and his, well, the other Dutchman, Kill UNL. Battle for 5th place of the race. Nick FIFA comes really quick, but he is gonna be having a lot of issues now to try and fight back unless there's a safety car. But oh, and he stopped Kill UNL. What? Well, he braked really late there, and he's gonna wait for him. I think he will wait for him. Yeah, he is gonna wait and he's gonna let him go. And well, I have to say that's great sportsmanship there by Nick FIFA. So the battle will resume between these two for 5th of the race. For Nick FIFA, a season that I think could have been much better for him without a lot of spins and stuff. He's been really quick, yeah, but he's made a lot of mistakes, I have to say. Still has been able to finish a lot of consistent races and stuff. No other reason why he is on P6 on the standings, battling for 4th, and is taking his team alongside Baraka to Constructor Champion. But I think even from that great season, if he was a bit more patient, it could have been even way better than what it was at the end. But well, of course he will be able to improve for next season. There's gonna have a lot of time on the break, a lot of time to reflect and all that. And now he's battling against Kill UNL for P5 of the race. Gonna try and make the move by the outside. The Kill UNL will stay ahead of him. And I think he's gonna wait to the DRS. well, still hasn't got the move done. And well, I have to say I forgot about Bialo and Slippery Cucumber battle. Cucumber's got ahead of him. Well, I think that was expected. Bialo doesn't seem to really be on the pace today. Looks like he's fighting against the car there. But we had that mega start from him at the start of the race. Now 8/10, 1 second behind Slippery Cucumber. Slippery Cucumber is 18 seconds behind Joseph. And even if he's faster than Joseph, it's gonna be a really hard task to try and get him. The Dutch guys keep battling there for 5th of the race. And well, finally Nick 5th has taken the place, and now things will start pulling away from QUNL. And QUNL is gonna come into a pit lane. And well, is he gonna switch tires? Is he gonna retire? Is he gonna... I think he will carry on. Thales is 3.5 seconds ahead of Joseph Wesley, dominating comfortably the race. Seems like it will most likely be a grand slam for Thales. He's taken pole, he's led every single lap of the race till now. And well, we'll see if he can take fastest lap. Joseph is in the pit lane. Joseph is already gone into the pit lane. He wants to switch those tires really quickly. He has really nothing to lose. Well, unless he comes out behind Bialo, which that could be a problem. I think he could have well extended that stint a bit more. Is Slippery Cucumber gonna come in as well? No, Bialo is coming in as well into the pit lane. So he's not gonna have any trouble with Bialo. Both are in the pit lane, and Slippery Cucumber is already ahead in second of the race. But he will have to be making his stop really soon. 4.2 is the gap now that separates Joseph and Slippery Cucumber. Now it's 3.4. Well, and I wonder if Slippery Cucumber can hold with those medium tires a bit longer. Joseph might also start shortening up the gap. And it's looking really good for a P2 finish today. Warming up his tires, and 4.1 seconds behind Slippery Cucumber. Thales leads 22 seconds ahead of the fastest vegetable in the world. That today has got connection issues and some other issue that I'm not aware of because I was lagged out at that moment. But in any case, it is Slippery Cucumber who's losing this race to Thales by a long margin. And yeah, I think Thales should just extend those hard tires and try and take that Grand Slam today. I think he has really nothing to lose. Can try and overcut Joseph a bit more. Joseph Wesley should start closing the gap with Slippery Cucumber. I think Bialo might even come ahead of Slippery Cucumber when the Cucumber actually decides to pit. And Thales is now showing much more pace than Slippery Cucumber, though he has no ERS. Slippery Cucumber has full ERS, but still, of course, the mediums will be working much better than the hards at this point. Joseph Wesley also closing the gap to Slippery Cucumber. I think you shouldn't be worried at all about Slippery Cucumber. I know Slippery Cucumber might be as fast as you want, but still, when he comes out with full hard tires, it's gonna be a long gap between him. He's also, I think, gonna have Bialo behind. And with the laps remaining, I think there's not much really Slippery Cucumber can do on this race, apart from taking that third place today. Slippery Cucumber will still stay out? I think he might do. And there's a yellow flag, that is QUNL, who is off. And is going, yeah, not really gonna have any issue with Thales. Ghosting is on. Thales just comfortably dominating this race. and Joseph closing fast the gap on Slippery Cucumber. Lionel has left the session, so I don't think he's gonna rejoin. I'm gonna leave him an invite in any case, but yeah, I'm gonna leave him one just in case he wants to come back. But doesn't seem like will be the case. Nick FIFA goes wide once again. And yeah, this has been a mega race for Nick FIFA, but at the end it wasn't. And Joseph Wesley closing the gap to Slippery Cucumber will soon be at the DRS range as it is now. Slippery Cucumber not sure if he's trying to go for softs on the end of the race. Not sure that strategy will actually work, but we'll have to find out. I don't know if Slippery Cucumber's strategy of going for soft at the end could be the reason why he has not pitted yet. But it's, I think, definitely not gonna... It's not gonna make him win the place on Joseph, at least. And Bialo, I think, could even get him even with the hard tires, so... We'll see what happens, we'll see what happens. Thales, for some reason, is using as much ERS as he can. He still doesn't want to pit. And he might actually be undercutted by Joseph if it keeps going like this. Slippery Cucumber's made a little mistake there, and that is gonna make Joseph catch him much quicker. Joseph already getting into the ERS range with a lot of ERS spare energy there. Bialo also has a lot of energy there, and might well try and hold Cucumber for a bit when he has finally pit. Joseph Wesley at the back of Slippery Cucumber will try and go for the move on him into the next lap, and meanwhile Thales keeps building and building more and more of a gap, just comfortably sitting there on the lead of the race. Joseph already at the back of Slippery Cucumber. And Joseph will be going for Slippery Cucumber into the next straight DRS zone. It's time for Joseph to finally, well, I guess how it feels, overtaking Slippery Cucumber on a race. I guess it's not happening too often for Joseph, but today will be the day, maybe a special day for him, that he will get past the champion. Well, here comes Slippery Cucumber defending from Joseph. Not much he will be able to do. Actually, he has to slide on the exit of the corner. He's not even trying to defend against Joseph. Joseph will go down the inside and will take the place on Slippery Cucumber, who still has to make his stop. And there goes Joseph Wesley on Slippery Cucumber. Actually, will try and fight it. No, he won't. He will back off. He will back off on it. And Slippery Cucumber will try to retake the place. Yes, he is. He's trying to retake the place. He's trying to retake the place on Joseph. Maybe not. I think Joseph will stay ahead on this, and he actually does stay ahead of it. Joseph Wesley gets ahead of Slippery Cucumber, and Thales is finally in the pit lane. Oh, and Cucumber is in the wall. Cucumber is in the wall. Tomato spinner there. And that is gonna make things even worse for him today. Well, in a race that even he might not matter. I mean, he's already champion, but, well, could have at least gone for a podium there, and he won't now. Thales is in the pit lane for fresh medium tires. Will come out. Slippery Cucumber will definitely have to pit now. Bialo looking good for a podium today. Can Slippery Cucumber fight against Bialo and the rest of this race? I think he's gonna be a really hard one to do. Bialo has already made his stop. And what tires is Slippery Cucumber gonna go for? I guess that will be the... I guess he's gonna go for hards. Is he? Yeah, he's gonna go for hards, and he's gonna be very far behind. I think he's gonna be even behind Nick FIFA. I think Nick FIFA will be ahead of Slippery Cucumber, but of course Cucumber will find more pace on those hard tires. But I'll have to see how far behind is he from him. Thales leads the race ahead of Joseph by 4.2 seconds. Joseph Vesely has saved a lot of ERS, but now Thales on fresh medium tires I think will just push into the end of this race. Slippery Cucumber coming out of the pit lane now, 8.9 seconds behind Nick FIFA. And it's going to be a battle to the line. Can Slippery Cucumber try and take at least a podium today? I think he showed more pace than Bialo before, but now he is almost a pit stop gap behind. Thales leads 4.6 ahead of Joseph Vesely. Joseph Vesely just needs to sit there and wait till the race is over. I think not much he can do ahead and no one to worry about behind. Thales dominating the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix from start till the moment, a pole position. Lead the race till this point as I said, and we'll see if he can take the fastest lap as well. Seems like will be a grand slam for the man that's aiming to challenge Slippery Cucumber on this next season. There goes Nick FIFA into the pit lane for fresh medium tires, and into the end of the race he will go. And now he's gonna fall behind Slippery Cucumber, but can he catch him? I think it's gonna be a hard job. And maybe this will make not much things to watch in the rest of this Grand Prix. Thales leads 6 seconds ahead of Joseph Vesely. Joseph Vesely has now lapped Lionel, who will not be scoring points as his disc is connected. So it's gonna be a score just for the top 5. Who has the fastest lap at the moment, I have to ask. It is Joseph Vesely who does. Thales now has the fastest lap of the race. 7 seconds ahead of Joseph and still 9 laps to go. Well, Thales wants to stop again to take that fastest lap. Well, because a lot of guys behind can still stop and try and make it. He needs 13 seconds on Joseph, which seems really hard, but who knows, he has 5 lap pressure medium tires. Joseph will also be pushing a bit here. Bialo doing what he can, I think, well, 9 laps is, I think 10 laps is enough time for him to hold Cucumber. But it's still gonna be fun, you know, Cucumber is really fast. Not much to watch really, maybe the Cucumber chase on Bialo. He seems to be getting a bit closer into him. So it's gonna be maybe a battle for the podium if Cucumber can subtract around 2 seconds per lap. But might not be the case. If it is, can at least give us a fun definition here in the battle for third. And in terms of the standings, I think Joseph Vesely with the P2 is not even finishing P4, he's finishing P3 ahead of Baraka because he was 158, if I'm not wrong, Baraka was 181. So with 25 points, it would be 183 if I'm not wrong. So I think Joseph Vesely will be finishing this championship ahead of Baraka if I'm not wrong. If he finishes second this race. So I think it will be a really important moment in Joseph's career, his best ever finish on a season. And Cucumber is coming fast, he's 15.3 behind Bialo. It's going to be a fun battle for the podium today. Bialo 19 seconds behind Joseph. Joseph is going to have an open gap for fastest lap. But of course, yeah. Well, Joseph would have to pit on lap 27 to go for softs. Because if not, if Thales pits on lap 27 as well, if Thales pits on lap 27 for soft and try to go for fastest lap, then Joseph can just stay out and take the win of the race if the gap doesn't open. So yeah, Joseph is in a better position now to take fastest lap than Thales is, due to the soft set of tires. So yeah, Joseph should wait to lap 27 if he wants that fastest lap. If not, of course, he will give the chance of Thales to pit as well. If not, of course, he won't. But it's 9-second gap between Thales and Joseph. Thales, who is dominating this race with little laps to go. 14.2 is the gap between Slippery Cucumber and Bialo, who's finding some pace in some laps. 13.2 the gap for third of the race. Of course, there's literally nothing to watch more than the gaps at the moment. So, decided race already, nothing's gonna happen. We all know that, I think. The only thing that can change is the third position. Because, of course, well, Cucumber has shown mega pace. Bialo hasn't shown really good pace today. So, with the laps remaining, we don't know if maybe Cucumber can catch. Still not something we can confirm, but I think it's the only thing that can give some spice into the rest of the race. And maybe the battle for fastest lap, of course. I think Thales battling for his first ever Grand Slam in IOR. I think he has not got any other in the league. Slippery Cucumber is 11.5 seconds behind Bialo. Thales already 10 seconds ahead of Joseph Besley. It's a decided race already. So I said nothing, absolutely nothing is gonna change. You see the gap with the leader. It's 30 seconds from Bialo to Thales. Just Joseph could do something today. Stick to the back of Thales for some laps, but then it was Thales who mega dominated this whole race. Around 5 laps to go, Kill Lionel, well, Seiya is coming into the pit lane. Meanwhile, Slippery Cucumber is 10.4 seconds behind Bialo. Not able to get any closer. Seems like the battle for third might also be settled as well. But he has ERS. He could well push to try and catch Bialo, but he is not doing so. Thales is now 17.7 seconds ahead of Joseph Besley. Actually, Bialo shortened a bit the gap there with Joseph. Joseph has deployed some of his CRS. Slippery Cucumber still not deploying any of his. He's now deploying some battery. He wants and take that podium finish, which seems really hard, really complicated today. Slippery Cucumber 8.9 behind Bialo, closing the gap, but I think he's gonna run out of laps and will finally not be able to get him, to get the McLaren. Thales leads by 12 seconds ahead of Joseph. 13 almost, yeah, it's 13 now. 13 the gap between Thales and Joseph Vesely. The battle for first place is over a long time ago. Finally, Slippery Cucumber has decided to use some of his ERS to close the gap on Bialo, but I think the gap is still too long for just 4 more laps. Once again, he would need around 2 seconds per lap, which is not happening right now. And Bialo's actually finding some pace. He has not lost time to Joseph Vesely on the recent laps. Yeah, he's starting to find a bit of pace here. It's now less than 8 seconds. It could well be a final lap definition between these two. Yeah, if he keeps in this range, 2 seconds per lap, it could well be in the DRS range for the final lap, and then we'll have to see some action at the end. Wonder if something for fastest lap will happen as well, but at the moment we have to wait till lap 27, which is the final chance to actually pit and be able to do a fastest lap. Thales, I think he definitely won't do it. He's going to be risking his win, and also he's going to be throwing away his Grand Slam, so there will be no point at the same time, because yeah, of course, if he finishes the lap behind Joseph, then the Grand Slam is done completely. So Thales just leading it into a line. Joseph Vesely 14.9, 15 seconds behind now. Slippery Cucumber 7.2 seconds behind Bialo. We'll have to see if he is able to shorten 1 more second into this final sector. If he does, then I can say battle is gonna be open into a line. Oh, but he's got a 3-second time penalty. He's got a 3-second time penalty, so battle might be over already. But at least he might give us some show on track. 6 seconds and 3 laps to go. This is a lap where if someone is gonna pit, they will do it now. If not, they will just stay out. Once again, who holds the fastest lap right now? It's Thales who does. And well, of course, once again, I'm gonna say big thanks to all before the race finishes. It's been a great season. It's been hard, yes, but it's still been great. We had a lot of fun races, a lot of action on track, a lot of great driving. Have to give thanks to Thales, Joseph Vesely, to Bialo, to Slippery Cucumber, to Nick FIFA. All these 5 that are still in the lobby have given us a great season. No other reason is why they are in the top 6 places of these standings. The other one, of course, is Baraka, but he unfortunately quitted the season at the middle of it. But I'll have to say big thanks to all these 5 guys that are currently racing and giving us a good show to align with 2 laps to go. And at the end, no one has decided to pit. Thales has stayed out, Joseph has stayed out as well. Bialo has... will he stay out? I think he will. I think the only one that could actually pit would be Nick FIFA and try to go for fastest lap. Apart from him, I think no one else will be able to. And it's 4.2 seconds the gap between Bialo and Slippery Cucumber, so I guess it might be 2 seconds into the end of next lap. So yeah, might not even get into the DRS at the end. We'll have to find out. Thales leading the race, and has Nick FIFA stopped? No, he hasn't, so I think it's over. It's gonna be a Grand Slam finish for Thales. Let's go for a fastest lap. Yes, it is Thales who still holds it. No way someone else could actually do it. Yeah, Thales holds into the fastest lap of the race. Slippery Cucumber doing his best to close the gap to Bialo, but this battle is already done as well. There's yellow flag, that's Nick FIFA off. That's Nick FIFA, that's off, and well, that's not the best way to end, but there's nothing he could have lost anyway. Slippery Cucumber coming into the end, and into the final lap of the race we go. Thales leads. It's going to be a dominant win by Thales today in Abu Dhabi. It's also going to be redemption, I have to say, for what happened 2 seasons ago in Abu Dhabi season 4, I'm sorry, where he had a dominant race also in the back possibly, and ended up crashing with a mistake in sector 1, and today I think is going to be the perfect redemption for him. A great way to finish the season, a great way to go into the break, dominating completely the race, the final race of the season, not only dominating it but taking a Grand Slam as well, following Thales, following also Slippery Cucumber, who is 2.3 behind Bialo. He's gonna get, I think, less than a second or a second behind him into the line when we get to the line. But we have to go on board with Thales, the man that's driven a mega race today, a super dominating race. I think definitely the best race of his IOR career. Had never dominated a race so much as he has done today. Remember in Monza he won battling Slippery Cucumber. He won in Austria as well in a very tricky and glitchy race with a lot of struggles. But today is going to be a dominant, super dominant win by Thales, who takes the line and is gonna now weave to celebrate, donuts into a line, and he wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in great manner. No one can stop this guy today. Unbeatable and untouchable completely. 16 seconds to the man in second place. Joseph will take not only 4th on the standings but 3rd. Joseph takes 2nd of the race and 3rd place on the standings. A very important moment for Joseph, best of his career as well. Got much more ahead of what the expectations were. The expectations were 4th place, but at the end it ended up being 3rd on standings, and Bialo, a man that also drove a great season, will take a podium today. Will finish P5 on the standings. Maybe not what he exactly wanted, but of course a mega race, a good race by Bialo. On a day I think he had some issues, he didn't really have the pace, but still managed to control it to a line and takes a good podium to finish the season. Slippery Cucumber on 4th. Not his day, didn't need it too much today, already won the championship. We'll just take one more. Well, he will take a P4 finish today and another crossing to a line. And here comes Nick FIFA, who will finish this race on P5. Well, definitely not the race he wanted, but of course he'll learn from this season. It was really quick, not the most consistent, but he'll learn for the next one. Nick FIFA comes into a line to take P5 and a P6 on the standings as well. Thales wins the race, Joseph in 2nd, Bialo in 3rd, Cucumber in 4th, Nick FIFA on P5, and all of you welcome to join the interviews today. Of course, it's open for everyone. And we will go now with the Brazilian national anthem for our race winner, Thales. So that's the anthem for Brazil for Thales, our race winner for the third time this season, and the British anthem for the Williams team. So now we will go with the post-race interviews. We have already Thales and Joseph Vesely in the party. Not sure if Slippery Cucumber will join us today, but we'll go on with the drivers that we already have in, which I think are the guys that have achieved the most important results today for their season and their career as well. So let's start with Thales. So, well, what a mega race, mate. I think that was, well, I don't know if you were expecting that before starting this race, but I mean, pole position, dominating the race to the line, fastest lap, in other words, a grand slam, and also finishing the race 16 seconds ahead of Joseph in second place, and around 30, I guess, ahead of Slippery Cucumber. So can you tell us about your experience about this first ever Grand Slam in your career?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was great. I mean, get on pole position ahead of Slippery is always awesome because he's such a fast driver in qualifying. And yeah, and at the start I saw that he disconnected, he lagged out. I was like, oh, he's probably not going to race. But after, I think it was lap 1, he was already in the lobby. I was like, oh, okay, so he's going to overtake everyone, he's going to be at my back. But it wasn't that way. And at the start, Joseph Vesely had a great pace. I want to congratulate him because it was really hard to break his DRS. But when the mediums finally didn't have much pace left, I could break the DRS, and yeah, after that it was just bring it home.
So, other question I have to ask is, did you ever thought about the Grand Slap middle of the race? Like, were you thinking about how to keep it, about the fastest lap maybe, or not even went through your head?
I think after in the last 5 laps, I thought that Joseph was going to pit for softs, and then I was going to lose my fastest lap. But when I saw he didn't, I was like, oh, okay, so it's possible. So just want to keep it on the track and finish this race.
Well, so I think about this race, I really don't have any more questions for you. I think it was simply a dominating race. Apart from that battle with Joseph at the start, I think most of the race you race it on your own. So, well, thanks for your time on this interviews about the race, but I'll be back with you later about other stuff. But thank you for your time, and well, congratulations for that first Grand Slam on this on IOR.
Okay, thanks, bro. Thanks a lot.
Now I'm going with Joseph Besley, the man that finished today in second place, and what the expectations were that he was going to finish this season on P4. It ended up being not just P4 but P3 at the end. So Joseph Besley, how does it feel? P3 finish just behind Slippery Cucumber and Talus on the standings. So talk us about today. The first laps you were sticking with Talus, as you said, you had really good pace. Even though you were on the mediums, you were able to hold on to his DRS, even to more and more laps still, well, to some point. And in ERS conditions, you were really tight. So what were you expecting to maybe try and go for an attack on Talus, or was that not a part of the plan? Then, before Nick FIFA spun, as you know, you were fighting with him for that fourth place in the standings. Before Nick FIFA spun, he was around 5 seconds behind you, but on the hard tires. We were maybe a bit worried about that at that point of the race, as he was going to be on fresh mediums while you were going to be on hards in the later stages of the race if he didn't spin. Was that a worry, or did you have it under control? Alright then, so, well, and now I think my final question will be about the fastest lap. I think you had around 20 seconds ahead of Vialo, but maybe you didn't feel that comfortable to pit for the soft. So, was there any reason, that the reason you didn't pit on lap 27 to try and take fastest lap of the race, or was it something else? Yeah, I get it. That's totally understandable. Though I think you would have been behind him anyway, maybe just a bit, and you could have got him easily on the next lap. But of course, he would have not got fastest lap possibly. So, yeah, I think in that case was the best just to stay out. Maybe you were 22 seconds or something. Could have been a good idea to pit. But as it wasn't the case, well, I think you took the right decision then. So that's gonna be all the questions for you, Joseph Vesely. I know the race wasn't that exciting, but it was a great race for the two of you. So, well, congratulations on another podium on this season. That's second place, and well, congratulations for your third on standings as well. It's gonna put you high for picking cars next season. And now we will go on. I usually ask the typical question about the next race, but in this case there's no next race because it's the final race of the season. We are going into a break till next year. So what I'm gonna ask for next season is, first of all, I think you have already seen the calendar. I don't think that is gonna change, or if it does, it's not gonna be a big change. So what can you tell me about the calendar? Do you like it? Do you don't like it? You think it will be an exciting, a close season?
No China, please. Thank you. I think it's really balanced the calendar, except China. But yeah, I think it's a really good calendar. Great job, bro.
So now a question for Thales. So, well, this season you have been challenging Cucumber and Baraka since the first races in terms of pace, but maybe the first races weren't that consistent. Since then we got to the Austrian Grand Prix, of course, which was a glitchy race, but at the end you took a win. But I think the best race that maybe made a complete turnaround on your season was possibly Monza, the race where you can fight against Cucumber on equal conditions and manage to defeat him. Now you know you're confident you have the pace, that you are able to defeat them, like today, for example, like Monza. So how are you looking forward into next season of now fighting against the title for since the start here? Now you knowing that you are able to do it. Not sure if Baraka will come back for next season, but of course Cucumber will be there. So how are you aiming? How is your sight into next season against these two, or against Cucumber if Baraka doesn't end up racing?
Yeah, try to be as finish the race in the podium every race. Try to be max consistent possible. Yeah, because these two rarely make mistakes, so you have to be on their pace and don't make mistakes, so we can fight for the championship. So yeah, making zero mistakes is my goal for next season.
So, Joseph Wesley, now that you have taken P3 understandings, now looking into next season, maybe on your rivals, Bialo, Nick FIFA, or maybe you're thinking about maybe Thales or Cucumber as well. So, and well, other guys that might join the league and might be also fast and consistent. So, what's your main goal for next season? Finishing once again, maybe third, fourth place behind Baraka, Cucumber, and Thales, or maybe something else? Yep, that's a good goal. Now, well, also I think you said you're racing on a steering wheel. Of course, you will improve more and more. I think that's the way to go. So yeah, as you said in the start of the season, you weren't that quick, but at the end, you see today you could even hold with Thales for a couple of laps. And also, what I have to say is, well, finally, congratulations! After 6 seasons, you've finally been able to. Now you have both maiden pole position and maiden win. Like, well, barring season 3 was your maiden pole. Now this season on Mexico, maiden win. So I think you are now fully complete on that, on having a pole and a win. And now, well, you can look forward for more into next season. And well, my final question before finishing the interviews is, well, I know Thales, you will be teaming with Dundee for next season, but Joseph Vesely, have you thought about a teammate for season 7? Yeah, I think definitely Nick FIFA's a really good choice for a teammate. We both are on mostly equal conditions, similar pace, and well, really close in the standings as well, like we've seen. So you will be a really strong lineup. But we'll see, the uh, car selections and that stuff will open still some weeks later. But you know, anything can happen. But well, I think that's all for today. I think I have really no more questions to ask, so I'm gonna say big thanks to you, Thales, to you, Joseph, and also thanks for all the great shows and racing you've given us through all the season. Not for nothing, you are on P2 and P3 on the standings, so enjoy it, enjoy your wins, enjoy now the vacation, of course, the rest, and well, come back much stronger for the start of season 7. And big thanks once again.
Yeah, thanks a lot, bro. It's been a roller coaster season. Hopefully next season is more at the top. Don't have no downs.
Yeah, I'll be looking into that, making recruits and stuff, looking for clean racers that might want to join the league. At least we already have almost the half of the grid done, so around what 11 drivers more to find. So we'll have time. We'll definitely have time to do it, and we won't start the next season until we know we will do it in the right way. So I'm gonna say goodbye to all if someone is watching the stream. Also thanks to all, and well, it's been a great season, a hard one, but still a great season of IOR, and we now go into the break, around 3 months with no racing, maybe some exhibition races, but not yet the main season. So big goodbye to all of you guys, and we'll meet again in around 3 months. Thanks and goodbye.